Eilers to serve on set point. Falcons.
I don't know, it was kind of a cool moment to be a part of. It was just like, I don't want to say like cinematic. Like that's kind of what it felt like. It was like, okay, like we're about to go out and do this.
All the way outside, one blocker dents the floor, and Air Force dominates set number one.
We kind of put it all out there and we didn't really care if we made a mistake, and that made the big difference.
Keith, big swing, and Air Force takes a 2-0 advantage.
Mitch and my daughter, we were watching the game on my phone and just counting each point down.
It's Air Force set point. Stanford to Daniels in the middle, and a brief acquaintance with the ball, and the celebration erupts. Air Force snaps a 52-match losing streak to Colorado State in fine fashion. Let there be no doubt that it was the Falcons playing at a much higher level than the Colorado State Rams here this evening. Not a fluke whatsoever. The Falcons earned every point and deserved the celebration.
This time we were like, why not? You know, against even that first game that we lost, we still took them in the first set. It was amazing, and we were very competitive against this team, and we necessarily hadn't been in the past.
I don't know, it was just like beating the giant, like we did something, and so I think just that, one, we have nothing to lose, so you might as well go for it, and if you go for it and it doesn't work out how you want to, like, we knew our teammates were going to be there to pick us back up.
Coach Keith Barnett is amazing, and his staff is amazing, and it's so fun to see how developed that team is and how they're competing at such a high level. To see all that hard work pay off is really special.
It's a moment in time, right? You have to build from it, not just build to it, and especially if it's the beginning of your season. We need to keep our eye on the ball here and keep growing. It's one of the things that we're working on right now is I want to keep our kids hungry. I think they are. I think they want more. The question is how greedy are you?
There's 900 square feet over there, find one, right? You've all heard that before? Hit it well, crisply, and with a purpose. Right now we're just hitting it hard. And right now that's covered against us. Designed for soft. Here we go.
This has been 10 years in the making, and you know it ebbs and flows and cycles, and so we've finally put together enough talent where we have 20 kids in the gym that all know how to play. And so volleyball is just, it's a very unique experience, and everybody's like, well, it's just 6 players and you guys sort of rotate around and I don't really get it. Yeah, that's the nuance of it, right? Is trying to figure out how to maximize those 6 players while they're out there. And at the same time, they're gonna go serve the country and then be amazing when they're done.
What they teach you up on the hill is how to lead people. On the court, I've learned what like my best form of leadership is. So, you know, that's a lot different than up on the hill where you're doing like strats and like you're doing military events with people, versus in volleyball, it's like you definitely have an open space to kind of like learn and to make mistakes and interact with your teammates and your peers and figure out like what's the best way to overcome this challenge.
It's not just going to be given to us. Like just because we had a hard time outside of here doesn't mean that we can just walk in here and expect any team to just be like, oh yeah, good job, like here's the game. And Keith always mentions this, that we have to go out there and like put that chip on our shoulder again and be like, no, like we're going to take it.
And we got to do what we got to do off the court and take care of it. But like when we're within the white lines, like it's us against the other team.
It's like my biggest challenger, but it's also been my biggest supporter. It's been the joy of my life for the last 8 years. It's taught me that you can be happy just keeping a ball off the floor. Like, it's as simple as that.
When military life was hard, like classes seemed to be even harder. It made everything worth it. I think the last couple of weeks is what I realized. I can walk away from it and be like proud of it and know that I got everything out of it that I could have, I think, so.
I've never been more grateful than to do what I do, not alone at D1 volleyball, but also like just being able to play the sport I love for as long as I have. It's awesome.
And for instance, with Bailey Keith getting into Texas A&M for med school, and Andy getting the experience that she has, and Jordan getting to go be a pilot, and so they're ultra talented, and they're a huge reason why we're winning this year.